The National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Jaden Reed to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
Love gonna air this out to start. Caught, nice gain left side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Love now to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Thrown on first down, Love. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Love from the gun. And he's got it, touchdown Green Bay! The Packers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Khalif Raymond to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills. And it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Goff taking it right to the air. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will have it right at the opposing 30 after the interception and that return on top of it. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that will set up first and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down from the red zone. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. Love out of the shotgun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
Buckle up. It's third and goal. Shotgun now for Love. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And the kick by Folk is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Craig Reynolds to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. They go play action with Goff. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Running it with David Montgomery. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And here in the first, already up to a 10-0 advantage. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Love to throw. Watson with the catch. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Love looking to pass. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Play fake, it's Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. That finds Jacobs, complete. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Throwing his love on third. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Space to the left. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Green Bay. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers take a 3-possession lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Raymond on the return. And look at this return. Races past midfield. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Well, by the time he shifted into a different gear and began that foot race up the left sideline, you could tell this return was already getting out of hand. And what a gift for this offense, who now gets to take over with a lot of the work in the field position already done.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Has it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Gibbs. And he only manages 1. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
They'll run in with Montgomery. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Lions lower the deficit they face. David Montgomery with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock, so high hopes again for this upcoming series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 26 on 2nd down. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. This one taken in by Kraft. And he'll get it up to the 44. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Handoff here to Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Love. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Love on 3rd and short. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
I think that time the defense was thinking a run play was going to come at him, right? Actually, most of us probably thought that was the right call. Still, wasn't a problem for them to adapt and get into coverage and force now a 4th down.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers get it back after making their 3rd first half interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They put a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Caught by Jacobs. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun now for Love. That's Reed on the slant. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it on the draw. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. They stick with Jacobs. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down throw, here's Love. This throw is caught. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Love from the gun. Dump off caught by his back. It's a Green Bay touchdown. And we haven't even reached the end of one, and already that's the 3rd time that he's thrown them into the end zone. It's hard to think of a better start he could be having than this. McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers take a 3-possession lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Raymond on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery to start the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They go play action with Goff. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released, and that sure altered the throw.
Goff on 3rd. Pass complete to Gibbs. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. Keyshawn Nixon returning this for the Packers. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Love now. That'll be complete to Jacobs. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. The defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
These two NFC North teams have played one so far. 24-7 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They have it 3rd and 10. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Lions will go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing off the play fake here. Down the left sideline he goes. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On first down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Packers into a nickel defense, 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Jack Fox on to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Packers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Love to throw. Taken in by Dobbs. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play fake, it's Love. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Love to throw again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Watson with the catch. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They go counter. It's Jacobs. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Love out of the shotgun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Again, Daniel Whelan heading out for another punt. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Escapes the pocket.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Montgomery now up the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down throw from Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing again, it's Goff. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They run, here's Montgomery. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Goff. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he found the route he wanted pretty quickly, Brock, but maybe, I don't know, he telegraphed who he wanted a little too much because that defender sure got there just as the ball arrived to force it loose.
Yeah, this is one of those tough moments as an analyst, right? Because you're right, offensively didn't get the job done, but I'm going to give a gold star to the defense. Anytime you make contact and you disrupt that pass, that's a job well done defensively.
Throwing this back in the end zone. And he makes the catch on the right sideline, but no. Oh, they call it out of bounds. The throw led him just a little bit too much. So pass interference on the shot to the end zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's first and goal. Montgomery is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. David Montgomery with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, here comes Reed. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Packers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Thrown on first down, Love. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He's got it inside the 25. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 16-point ball game. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers take a 3-possession lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Reynolds with a return. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Lions down running back David Montgomery getting back to work. They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And that's good for a gain of 5. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They send the tight end in motion left. On 1st down, it's Goff. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Goff back to throw. St. Brown there to bring it in. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Goff on 1st and 10. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 38. Laporta with the grab. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Throw complete to Williams. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Finds Laporta. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Goff setting to throw. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Goff. Caught near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Rush coming for Goff. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, here comes Reed. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Jacobs running behind center. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Packers looking for a score before halftime. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Love out of the shotgun. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw and an even better job of forcing the interception.
The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Goff. It's taken in by Williams. And he's taken down at the 30. They get 13 on the pickup. And that gives the Lions the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by Quay Walker.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Goff to the air now. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They'll go for it. Goff. And in for the Detroit touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Nixon now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's on the move. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Throw left side, complete.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Looking to throw. Getting out to his left. He's on the move. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half. Throwing it just before halftime. Throwing for the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So halftime has to wait one more snap. That pass interference call means we've got an untimed down coming up. The kick by Folk is good. And that'll double their lead to 6. So we've reached the end of 2, and it's the visiting Packers out in front. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give now to Montgomery. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. They go play action with Goff. finds Laporta. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Off play action, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. Finds him over the middle. He's got to gain a 6 there. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. From the gun, Goff. He has the first over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Goff. Connects with Montgomery. Broke through the tackle. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Nixon now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And they had that one contained right at the line. Aleem McNeil in on the tackle. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
Well, that run puts them right back in the same old situation for 3rd down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed, and you could tell, just look at them down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work too.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd, and he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a 1st down.
The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. 1st down throw from Goff. Looking middle, firing deep. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll run again with Montgomery. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Goff on 3rd. Into the hands of Gibbs. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one, just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackled by Jack Campbell. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Love on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Motioning one of the tight ends. Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Love looking to pass. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Handoff here to Jacobs. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
On now comes their punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. A give to Montgomery to start the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing is gone. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
To the air, third and long. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
The Lions readying for the punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And the Packers will take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. He's gonna try to drop it in deep right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with though here. We've got 2nd down. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. That finds Jacobs complete. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
You could see that screen develop as the lineman pull right out in front. Sets up a nice gain. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Love out of the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
This is Reed working the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
That's into the hands of Dobbs. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Fix the handoff, now Love. Reed's got it. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. On the move into the red zone. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They stick with Jacobs. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers make it a 10-point ball game. On now is McManus to kick this away. Reynolds with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Into traffic, complete. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Jair Alexander with the stop.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away. And the Packers bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Out now runs the Packer offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Love from the gun. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Not one, not two, but 3 straight sacks to snuff out that drive. I'm not sure Kate will ever see a defense stick a QB in the ground like that on 3 straight plays, but this defense, they're pedal to the metal, unrelenting, and what an incredible effort.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the fourth. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running this with Montgomery. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Goff. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
And the Packers add a 5th DB out there for this 3rd down play. Off play action, Goff. He's going to push one, and they pick him off again! Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Watson, quick pass wide. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Going run again with Jacobs. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Jacobs. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Play fake, it's Love. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives them first and goal.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll run. Jacobs takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. His third total score this game. And he is all smiles down there. He's got his second rushing score this game, and they've got an even bigger lead in this second half.
Well, we know it because we call these games week to week, Kate. Almost every single one of them seems to be a one-possession nail-biter. To build this kind of cushion and to do it with the strength of his legs, yeah, they're worthy of those smiles down there.
McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers take a 3-possession lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Raymond on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
2nd and 4. Gets this to Montgomery. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Goff. Patrick with the catch. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Pickup of 5 on that play, and that gives the Lions the first.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
First down throw from Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, with out routes or in routes just like that.
From the gun, Goff finds Laporta. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and that'll be first down, Detroit.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Goff on 1st and 10. Gets this one to Patrick. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the 21. This is complete to Patrick. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. On 1st down, it's Goff. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Throwing is Goff. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Goff to the air now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. And 4th and 4 coming up. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a 2-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here comes Reed. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Packers all set to get back out there. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous, right? I know on a golf course, you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go counter, it's Jacobs. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Love out of the shotgun. Gets this one to Watson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Jacobs running behind center. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun now for Love. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, well, those are welcome bonus yards.
Here's a give to Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 47, finds his man. It's Kraft. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Third and a lone yard coming up. Here's Love to throw. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Punt team on the field. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Lions offense returning to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He just throws this one away.
Put a gold star on the grade sheet for that defensive coverage, even with plenty of time to throw it. That defense never gave the QB a lane to complete it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Goff back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he got this close to midfield before going out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Looking to throw, Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Working quickly here. From the 44 here on second down. Has the connection to right. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Packers take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he gets forward for 3 yards as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing, Love. That finds Jacobs, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They run it with Jacobs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Jacobs with it. And he's able to drive up past the 40. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Escapes the sack. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon.
Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. And the Packers are there. He's hauled down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.